Now, bear with me. Keep these screenshots in mind. I'm not the best player in the world, but I'm definitely one of the better players that you run into throughout your day when you're playing with randoms. Now, this video has nothing to do with Apex Legends, really, and it's pretty much just a hypothetical. But this could be the greatest event that Apex Legends has ever seen, without a doubt. So, this is a fun little hypothetical, fun video, nothing really intense, but it would be cool if the developers could maybe do something like this. So this is the legend select, and as you can see, they're separated into 4 different rows if you look laterally. So on the lateral rows, there's 4 different legends. And I was just thinking, if we combined all the rows, like row 1, combine all 5 of those abilities and put them on one dummy, and then do the same thing for all the rows. Which row do you think would have the highest win rate for whatever event? And then I was also thinking, which row would be most picked, that type of thing. But overall, what would be the reasoning for combining these rows all into a singular legend? I feel as if Apex Legends stresses the team-based aspect a lot, and that's just the developer's side. I think most people understand that Apex Legends would be better off if they had a solos mode, because half of the problems that occur simply out of a team. Like, you don't get teammates from matchmaking, straight up. Matchmaking gives you one teammate and they're literally like a level 120, or you literally got no teammates from matchmaking and you're wondering what's wrong with Apex, why is it not giving you teammates? Or you just got bad teammates, the typical Apex shenanigans. But in this event, we would have it be a 1v1 tournament. So basically, no one has a team. But the upside is you get to pick from some pretty epic legends. So this may sound stupid to a lot of people, but those of us who play Apex Legends and are actually have been consistent, you remember something called Dummy's Big Day. In Dummy's Big Day, there's basically these legends that were being tested, and they have abilities, but their abilities aren't actually real concepts in Apex, and so they were just basically dummies from the firing range running around with random abilities binded to them. And so the idea that I'm about to say isn't actually that absurd if you think about the fact that all of these abilities are already in game, they're already tested, and they just have to be binded to a dummy. Now, what I want to see is each of these rows be turned into a singular legend. For example, the top row would be Bloodhound, Gibby, Lifeline, Pathfinder, and Wraith. Now, basically, that means that that legend would have Bloodhound's passive, the ability to track people based on footsteps and blood. Scan through walls. It would have Beast of the Hunt, Gibby ult, 15% damage reduction, Arm Shield, the ability to res passively, Dock, call down a care package, a zip line, a grappling hook. All of those abilities would be you would be capable of picking from those abilities. So it may sound ridiculous because you'd be like, what? They don't all have a bind, but literally, like, it's just put it on a wheel. Like, put the ability select on a wheel, like the Quip wheel, or like the emote wheel. Actually, those two are the same. Or the ping wheel. Um, that's what I mean. Just put all the abilities on a wheel and combine all the abilities. And once you go down the list, you start to realize this idea doesn't sound so dumb and it sounds pretty epic. So let's just go down the entire list. Next on the list, oh well, let's just go to number 2. You can conceptualize what number 1 would be. Now, this doesn't really make sense because Bangalore's passive is double timing it. You don't really need Bangalore's passive, but it would be cool because there's already 2 speedsters in this row. I was just wondering if speed of just adding Octane Stim would be enough. But yeah, you would have the Creeping Barrage, the Smoke, double timing it. You'd have Caustic Traps, damage reduction. You would have Mirage's whole entire kit. That's pretty lit. That's honestly why this is my favorite row, because if you add these abilities to Mirage, then I just feel like I would be 10 times better. You get Watson Fences and you get a Crypto Drone, and all of the abilities that come with those legends. So honestly, you guys can kind of, you can understand where I'm going with this. We're going to go on to the next row. Row 3, that legend would have literally Sheila, Death Protection, the Black Market, Horizon's Gravity Suit, Fuse's Compound Explosives, like Infinite Climb, Silence, literally the ability to teleport from Lova's jump drive. Honestly, building rampart walls, like that's just crazy. I feel like row 3 is low-key the most overpowered, simply because it has Death Protection, Sheila's rampart walls, Black Market, jump drive with Horizon's Grav Lift. I feel like that shit is crazy. That's probably the most insane one. But honestly, they all seem kind of crazy once you combine like 5 legend abilities on it. Now, I'm pretty sure row 2 actually has 6 on it. So I was thinking maybe just take off Crypto, but then I thought about it and I was like, row 2 is already kind of weak because Bangalore and Octane are practically the same thing. I understand you have passive healing and shit, but I don't know. I feel like double timing it is basically the same thing as an Octane Stim, so I don't know. But yeah, row 3 is definitely OP as 5. Now row 4, this is for all the season the season 10 after boys. They're gonna love this row. You got Valk, you got Seer, Ashe, Maggie, and Newcastle. Now low-key, this is an OP row 2. Honestly, I feel like mainly the most overpowered part about this row, believe it or not, isn't Valkyrie but Seer. Honestly, Seer's like the best legend in the game, but no one is using him right. Like, no one knows how to use him. There's only like a few people who can actually use Seer. Like, Seer can literally fucking cancel the res, and honestly, no Seer that you run into is ever canceling reses, are they? Like, it's so ridiculous. Like, oh my goodness, this is anecdotal, but literally, like, just like yesterday, I was playing with a Seer. I'm pretty sure it was the day before. I knocked someone. He's literally standing there. He can hear the res. And he's just staring, doing nothing. It's like, bro, do you not know what Seer can do? Like, why are you playing Seer if you're not gonna cancel this res? Come on. Come the fuck on. Literally do something. But no. That's most Apex randoms right there. But still, yeah, for the final row, let's go over their abilities. Get this video over with. So you have Valk ult. You have literally the ability to fly. Like, you have a fucking jetpack practically. No, not practically. You literally have a jetpack. Then you have Seer's ability to the heartbeat sensor. You can see 70 meters in front of you. You can highlight people. And then Seer's ult is pretty lit, not gonna lie. Combine Seer's ultimate with like Ashe's ultimate. That shit is way too overpowered. You have Ashe's tactical. I just realized her snare mixed with like Maggie's ability or Seer's ability, like Maggie's burner, whatever the fuck that is. I don't play Maggie. She's one of the she's one of the 3 characters that I don't have a 3K on. After Maggie is Newcastle. Newcastle is new. He's not the worst legend in the world, but he's practically useless in my opinion. I feel like they really created a lackluster legend when they created Newcastle. His passive is practically his best ability. Being able to jump and create a wall, that's cool and all, but honestly, it's not that good of an ability when they can just walk around it. His shield literally breaks. It's not like a Gibby drone, so I'm not even about to, like, a Spitfire is on the ground. You can literally just break that shit with like one clip from the Spitfire. Honestly, I think Newcastle is kind of lackluster, but I still feel as if the bottom row is completely viable and it doesn't need any help to compete with the other rows. I think that it should be a 1v1 tournament in like a little arenas type like firing range. They can take whatever guns they want, no cost on the guns, no care package weapons and no turbochargers. But I definitely think that it should be a 1v1 tournament with all of these rows combined. I feel like that would be dope as fuck. And just for like a little while for them to focus on an event that would be like more about an individual player's skill or bringing fun to the people who are looking for a solo experience. Honestly, I feel like one of the major things that's killing Apex is the devs insisting that it's team-based. Like, you can hear in the new trailer, Horizon says something about, if we're gonna win this, we gotta stick together. Like, literally, that's so stupid. I'm so tired of the developers being literally ignorant. Like, they're so ignorant, it's ridiculous. It's like, how are you literally developing this game, but you act like you don't play it? If they played the game, they would realize that it's so far from broken. It's literally on like, it's already like crumbled to the ground. Like, literally, they think they have some type of temple built, but they just have like some ruins. It's like some old ruins that got excavated, and then some hoodlums came in there and did some graffiti in there and broke up some artifacts. That's what they have. That's what Apex is. It's in shambles. I don't understand how the developers can be so ignorant to the fact that the team-based aspect does not work. Like, literally, if they can recognize that they had to put an abandonment penalty in ranked because people would just hop out the match, like, if you recognize that that's a problem, then what are you going to do to solve that in pubs? Like, you can't give them an abandonment penalty because it's a public match, but you're still acting like people don't just instantly leave. Like, you're still acting like your banner being there is enough. It's happened so many times that like I'm literally still alive, perfectly fine. I could easily just pick these people up, but they just leave. Or I literally pick them up and then they just leave. It's like, bro, why did I just risk my life going back into that fucking 3v3v3 because we got third partied by 2 squads. I just ran through 9 people to pick up your banner. I get out of there. I'm walking towards the respawn beacon and you leave. Like, what? Honestly, we need something else. And so this event would be whimsical. It would be quite amazing. A breath of fresh air. Combine them all in rows going laterally. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you like my idea. And I know that it's very far-fetched, but it's actually not that hard to get done. There's tons of maps that they could put us on. There's tons of arenas maps that they could just put us on, and we could do a 1v1. Maybe like first to 5, win by 1. Well, win by 2. I don't think win by 1 is actually a viable thing. I don't know. But yeah, peace out. Thanks for watching my widget.